And in today's video, we're continuing our coverage on Ant-Man 3, aka Quantumania. We're going over a major plot ending and 2 post-credit scenes. The source is pretty credible because the plot leak came from the same source, and it turned out to be real based on everything we know, based on the dialogue leak and everything else. So, if you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture-based content that we do on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below, how hyped are you for Ant-Man 3 and the true start to Phase 5? Jonathan Majors playing Kang? Because we've already seen him be absolute fire, playing He Who Remains at the end of Loki. And also, if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Would love to hit 30,000 followers on Instagram this year. Also, I'm starting to cut down to get shredded to bring the six-pack back. So if you want to follow my little transformation on Instagram stories, feel free. Also, if you could, follow me on Twitter, WarstuG. It's by far my smallest platform, which I'm trying to grow, trying to engage on there. I do actually reply to the majority of the comments if I can, and I do respond to DMs on all platforms as long as you're respectful. So let's get into this video. So it's worth saying the information isn't directly coming from Marvel or anyone linked to the project or anyone working on the project. So take it with a pinch of salt, but it is worth saying I do somewhat believe this information because it's the same source that got the actual plot leak correct. And also later this week, either on Thursday or on Friday, I will be releasing a comprehensive plot leak for the full movie because the premiere is coming up very soon, and because I may be getting a screener very soon, I will be dropping a full plot leak video. It'd be very long, probably like 20 minutes to 30 minutes long, going over everything, trying to be as comprehensive and good as I can, as I'm trying to up the quality when it comes to editing on this channel. So let's break this down. I'm also going to add little notes here from how this correlates to the other plot leak that's confirmed to be real, because there is a bit of an ending scene here before it breaks into what the actual post-credit scene is. So let's break it down. MODOK, aka Darren, dies after having a change of heart because Cassie calls him a Now, because of YouTube, I may have to bleep that word because it's getting pretty strict. So, D-I-C-K, if I had to bleep it. So on the other ending explained that we did, it actually said that MODOK pretends to die or fakes his death in a roundabout way and doesn't end up dying and ends up tricking both the Ant family and Kang the Conqueror. So I'm very skeptical about this line here. I'm actually quite skeptical about these parts here. Not so much skeptical about the post-credit scenes, but the ending parts, bit inconsistent to the other plot leaks. But we love to do this on the channel, don't we? Yes, we do. At the end of the film, Kang the Conqueror is potentially killed. But we know Kang the Conqueror is the main Kang. He's like the prime Kang. He's a Kang that's going to be in charge of Kang's dynasty, and he does get out of the quantum realm 100%, leave Scott Lang and Hope in there. So it says, after being potentially killed, being kicked into his ship, the multiversal engine, by Hope, while it is exploding due to Scott hitting it with the Pym particles. Cassie rescues Scott and Hope from being stranded in the quantum realm. Now, this could actually be true, because I have been told indirectly that there is one or two things in this movie that hasn't been leaked anywhere. Maybe Scott is happy, but begins to have a crisis after remembering that Kang said something bad was coming and that everyone would die if he didn't get out of the quantum realm. So we know Kang said to Janet that he would go after the universe she's from and destroy that universe first. Now, personally, we here at the channel, we don't believe that, because that essentially will be the Kang's dynasty. So do I believe that Kang the Conqueror dies? No, I don't believe that for 1 second, but I mean, the source is very good. It could be true. It might not be true. We here at the channel, I don't know what to say. We're going to talk about this more on a video that we're either going to do on Thursday and Friday when we break down everything in one go, and it will probably end up being a 30-minute video, but I wanted to do it for a while. So, the potential post-credit scenes are the following. Now, we have said multiple times throughout the channel covering Ant-Man 3, there will be multiple Kangs, and literally everyone under the sun has said that beforehand. So, the Council of Kangs gather discussing how the Kang they exiled has been killed. Okay, so I presume that means the Kang that's been stuck in the quantum realm, aka Kang the Conqueror, who's supposed to be the most powerful one. The council is led by Immortus and includes Ramatut and a possible variation or version of Scarlet Sanctorium. However, they are not red. They are not happy that their exiled variant was killed by others and vow to stop them. Our heroes, who have started to meddle in the multiverse, as they may kill everything they've built, interconnect timelines, incursions. They call upon all the Kangs for support in preparation for a dastardly plan. The scene ends in a coliseum full of Kangs, variants including a scroll version. Now this could actually be legit, but we do know the main Kang, as said, but we can't actually believe Kevin Feige or Peyton Reed. The main Kang, the Conqueror, in Ant-Man 3, will actually be the main Kang in Kang's Dynasty, and we don't know how this plays out. He could actually die because they can play with the time. They can go back, they can go forward, they can retcon everything because they're in control of the time. So this really could happen. There's a lot of YouTubers who have spoke about the Kang councils before. Our friends over at GeekyCast have spoke about it before. Kinder Colts talk about it before. Marvelous Wave has spoke about it before. A lot of different YouTubers in the community have spoke about it before, is all I'm trying to say here. So check out their channels, and yeah, a lot of people spoke about it in great depth. I've not actually ever said the Council of Kangs personally myself, but multiple Kangs, is there much difference? Like I say, not a huge comic book guy, but I've started to read comics after getting some advice of a fellow YouTuber. Properly, I mean, predominantly I'm more of a DC guy when it comes to comics like DC Rebirth, but we're trying to read some of the Marvel stuff, specifically the Kang stuff and the stuff that leads up to Secret Wars, to get some ideas, and some new X-Men stuff to get some more ideas for content, and also just to expand the knowledge. So the second post-credit reads like this. We see a stage, and then Victor Timely, another Kang variant, as he makes a presentation to an audience. He has his classic moustache, and the set looks like the 30s or 40s. In the crowd watching Victor on stage is Loki looking terrified and Mobius looking confused. Oh wait, Warstu, are you talking to yourself? Behave, lad. No, but Warstu said a few videos back that I was told about a Loki scene appearing, and this is very similar to the scene that I was told about, but I said I wouldn't say anything. But seeing as this is out there now, I can actually say I was told about this scene a while ago. So is it true? I don't know if it's true, but technically this is the way you would vet it. This has now appeared online. I was told this privately a while ago, hence why I said there's a scene involving Loki. Now we're getting other people. My Time to Shine, Wannabe, has mentioned it before. Daniel Rickman has mentioned that Victor Timely's going to appear in Loki Season 2. Oh, the stars are aligning! Or is everyone being told the same thing because it's true? We don't know, but this is very fascinating. Are we going to get the Council of Kang? Very interesting. It's pretty much confirmed that Victor Timely will play a part in Loki Season 2 in some capacity. So, that's very interesting. I would love to know what all you warheads down below think. Now, also, there is some information about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I most likely won't put this in the title. Now, it's worth saying that movie should have came out a very long time ago. It really is worth saying. The fact that Adam Warlock was sent out before Infinity War tells you how long ago that movie should have came out, such a long time ago, that I'm not actually expecting Kang to have any kind of variance inside that movie. Although if Kevin Feige is doing everything that every other YouTuber is reporting about, the fact that Feige's making changes to make everything more cohesive and make everything work better. There might be some changes made to that movie at some point. So this is apparently the trailer that's coming. The trailer is set to the song Since You've Been Gone by Rainbow Epic. It opens up with an introduction to Star-Lord and his team, explaining his love for the long-lost Gamora who came back a total, I can't say that word because of YouTube. Neb concurs that the gist of the story. We will see Daniela, character in a white lab suit. She has black hair, which is shaped almost like a Spock from Star Trek. Her skin is red. It's probably just a cameo though. The High Evolutionary is on a mission to create the perfect society. Rocket disagrees and says the High Evolutionary just hated the way things are. We see a clip of young Rocket being tested on at a lab, becoming subject 89P13. Nebula has a cool arm that can morph into a blade. Now, we will go over the plot leak for the whole movie at some point. We've already done it, but we'll do it again when the next trailer comes out, or maybe before that. We see Drax all beat up. He may die. Careful for spoil. I don't want to ruin your life. This has nothing to do with Dave Bautista coming out and saying he's done. He actually does die in the movie, but we are kind of a spoiler leak channel at some points. We see Adam Warlock destructively flying through Counter-Earth town. We see the Guardians land in the first trailer. I'm literally reading this how it says. We see a new clip of Lilith giggling. Our first look at Cosmo in the film. I can't wait to see Cosmo. That little dog was freaking awesome in the Guardians of the Galaxy game on the PlayStation 5 that I played last year. Groot and Nebula both put their arm across their chest in salute, like what Glenn did for the Yondu funeral in Volume 2. This seems to be a somber goodbye scene. Drax's death scene. A funeral scene. The High Evolutionary floats around, looking like something from Overwatch. It ends with a funny scene where Gamora says Peter is describing a different girl, someone more like Nebula. Peter looks at Nebula and tells her she has pretty eyes. Nebula says, my father replaced them as a form of torture. Peter says he made a really good choice. Now, I'm going to go over the next bit pretty fast, but we will be covering parts of this in another video later on this week. So, Adam Driver is not even close to being front runner. I said he would. I said he wouldn't be close. Diego Luna was up and runner up at one point, but not anymore. Dav Pedal is the #1 choice for Reed right now. Marvel wants the team to have people of color in it. We went over the Fantastic Four plot leak yesterday. So yeah, please check that out at some point. X-Men 97 is to go on for 2 seasons at least. Cool. A lot of what Cosmic Circus said about the Wong show is actually true. It is internally rumored that because of the love for the character, someone will return in some shape or form in just a cameo. Almost all movies after Kang's Dynasty will be set within the Battleworld universe. That's interesting. The next one's going to be pretty cool if this is true. They're in very early talks to make Secret Wars 2 parts and 2 movies instead of pushing it into a 5-hour movie. Cool story, bro. Yeah, that's pretty much unofficially confirmed anyway, because why wouldn't they? You could make a bunch of money twice and what rather than once. Doctor Strange 3 is happening before Secret Wars. Pretty obvious. Now the next bit is kind of ludicrous. Phase 7 might be put into this saga. Source is unsure. So, yeah, sorry that I went over the last 2 bits about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and the little inklings of information, because this video is really about Ant-Man 3 ending scene and post-credit scene. The other stuff we can go over in a different video in full depth. So like always, guys, let us know. What do you think about this new information? And I will be dropping that full comprehensive video about the full plot leak for Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. It's going to be like a 25-30 minute video. It's going to take me so long to make. So yeah, let me know if you want it down below, guys. But like always, check us out on Instagram first, at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, the WarstuG. And I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.